He thought he was doing everything right. Switched to whole wheat bread, ditched the fried food, even started his mornings with spinach smoothies and low-fat milk. But each time he got his blood work back, the numbers told a different story. His creatinine was climbing. His GFR was falling. He was confused, scared, and frustrated. How can this be happening? I eat healthy. The truth hit hard. It wasn't what he was avoiding. It was what he was unknowingly eating every single day. You see, kidney damage doesn't just come from obvious junk food. It comes from everyday items in your kitchen. Foods that seem harmless or even healthy can be silently loading your body with phosphorus, oxalates, sodium, and toxins your kidneys just can't handle. That's the terrifying part. The most dangerous foods for your kidneys don't come in shiny junk food wrappers. They hide in salads, soups, health snacks, and even diet drinks. And by the time symptoms show, the damage is already advanced. Today, we're exposing 7 common foods quietly wrecking your kidneys from the inside out. These aren't rare, exotic ingredients. They're things most of us eat weekly, if not daily. And food number 4. Most doctors don't even warn you about it. Your kidneys are quiet workers. Every minute, they filter about half a cup of blood, removing waste, balancing minerals, and keeping your body's fluid and chemical levels in perfect harmony. They regulate blood pressure, support red blood cell production, and make sure excess toxins don't linger in your system. But here's the catch. They don't complain when they're overwhelmed. They don't give you pain signals or obvious warnings. Damage builds silently, often for years. That's what makes kidney disease so dangerous. By the time you notice symptoms like fatigue, swelling, or changes in urine, your kidney function may already be down 70 to 80%. And here's where the everyday foods come in. Modern diets, especially what we call healthy today, are filled with hidden threats. Phosphate additives in breads and baked goods, sodium-packed soups and canned vegetables, oxalates in leafy greens like spinach, high-fructose sweeteners in low-fat yogurt. Even fruit juices labeled natural can deliver a heavy sugar load that burdens your kidneys. Your kidneys can only handle so much before they start to slip. And for those already facing high creatinine, or CKD, the margin of safety is razor thin. What's good for one person might quietly poison another. But here's the good news. You don't need to fear every food or live on boiled rice forever. The key isn't to eliminate everything. It's to know what to limit. To learn what ingredients stress your kidneys and what supports them. And in just a moment, we'll break down 7 of the most surprising foods that are doing silent damage. So you can finally take back control. Let's now uncover the 7 everyday foods that might be sabotaging your kidneys, quietly, steadily, and without you even noticing. 1. Processed meats, sausages, bacon, cold cuts. They're convenient, tasty, and marketed as high-protein options, especially for busy mornings or quick lunches. But processed meats are loaded with sodium, nitrates, and phosphorus additives, all of which place enormous strain on the kidneys. These additives aren't just about taste or preservation. They directly contribute to inflammation and phosphorus overload. For someone with impaired kidney function, this means rising creatinine levels, worsened GFR, and higher risk of heart disease. Even a few slices of deli meat daily can quietly push your kidneys toward long-term damage. 2. Canned soups and instant noodles. They promise comfort and warmth, especially in colder months. But what hides inside those packets and cans is alarming. Extremely high sodium levels, flavor enhancers, and often MSG. Sodium forces the kidneys to work overtime to regulate fluid balance and blood pressure. Over time, this constant overload leads to fluid retention, high blood pressure, and protein leakage in the urine, key markers of kidney decline. Worse, most people don't measure the portion size. They consume the whole packet, or can, doubling or tripling their intake unknowingly. 3. Cola and dark sodas, even diet. Cola drinks aren't just empty calories. They're chemically dangerous. Dark sodas contain phosphoric acid, which can dramatically increase phosphorus levels in the blood. Excess phosphorus pulls calcium from bones and deposits it in blood vessels and kidneys, contributing to calcification and kidney stones. And no, diet sodas aren't safer. Artificial sweeteners and acidity still stress the kidneys, and the long-term impact on gut health can indirectly worsen toxin buildup in the body. 4. Spinach, high in oxalates. Yes, spinach is often seen as a superfood, but for someone with kidney issues, it can be quietly harmful. Spinach is extremely high in oxalates, which bind to calcium in the body and form kidney stones, especially in people already vulnerable. Eating spinach regularly, especially raw, increases the oxalate load and may silently contribute to stone formation, inflammation, and impaired filtration, even when your diet feels clean and plant-based. 5. Store-bought breads and baked goods. That whole grain bread or muffin might seem innocent, even healthy. But dig deeper into the ingredients list, and you'll often find phosphate additives used as dough conditioners and preservatives. Unlike natural phosphorus found in meat or legumes, these additives are almost completely absorbed into the bloodstream, making them far more dangerous. High phosphorus levels accelerate CKD progression, damage blood vessels, and are notoriously hard for weakened kidneys to eliminate. 6. Packaged snack foods, chips, crackers. Crunchy snacks are often the go-to when hunger hits between meals, but chips, crackers, and similar snacks are a triple threat. They're high in sodium, contain trans fats, and often include hidden phosphate preservatives. These ingredients quietly fuel systemic inflammation, increase blood pressure, and burden the kidneys with substances they struggle to remove. Worse, the addictive salty taste makes it easy to overconsume, creating a cycle of daily kidney stress. 7. Dairy overload, cheese, full-fat milk. Dairy can be a good source of calcium and protein, but not when consumed in excess. Cheese, in particular, is high in sodium and saturated fats. Full-fat milk can also contribute to elevated phosphorus and fat intake. The real danger? Most people don't realize how much they're consuming daily, adding cheese to breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. This constant intake floods the kidneys with hard-to-process nutrients, especially in patients with already reduced function. So what should you eat instead? A kidney-safe diet doesn't mean bland, boring, or restrictive. It's about being smart, choosing foods that nourish your body without overloading your kidneys. The good news? There are plenty of delicious alternatives that are lower in phosphorus, sodium, and oxalates, and still full of flavor. Instead of processed meats, try egg whites. They're a high-quality protein that's low in phosphorus and gentle on the kidneys. You can scramble them with herbs or add them to breakfast bowls for a filling start to your day. Craving something crunchy? Swap packaged chips and salty snacks with unsalted rice cakes or cucumber slices with hummus. You'll skip the sodium and give your kidneys a break without sacrificing that satisfying crunch. Love greens but worried about oxalates in spinach? Try kale or bok choy instead. They're nutrient-rich, lower in oxalates, and still support your bone health. For soups, skip the canned varieties. Go for homemade soups with fresh vegetables, herbs, and minimal salt. A slow-cooked barley and vegetable soup not only tastes great, but also supports hydration and gentle detox. Apples are another kidney-friendly favorite. They're low in potassium, high in fiber, and help reduce inflammation. Add them to breakfast or enjoy one as a snack. Your kidneys will thank you. And don't forget your drinks. Replace colas and sugary sodas with barley water or homemade ginger tea. These support gentle kidney filtration and keep you hydrated without adding to your toxin load. Remember, a kidney-safe diet isn't about punishment. It's about making small, smart swaps that protect your health and still let you enjoy what you eat. Think you're eating healthy because the label says low fat or heart smart. Think again. Many kidney patients fall into this exact trap. Food labels are filled with misleading terms that don't tell the full story, especially for people managing high creatinine or chronic kidney disease. Take the word low fat. It sounds great, right? But many of these products make up for the reduced fat with added sugar, salt, and chemical additives that put even more pressure on your kidneys. One of the biggest dangers hiding in plain sight is phosphorus. It won't always appear on the front label. But check the ingredients list and you'll see words like phosphate, diphosphate, pyrophosphate, hexametaphosphate. These are phosphorus additives used to preserve texture and freshness, and they're almost 100% absorbed into your bloodstream. That's bad news for kidneys already struggling to filter waste. Granola bars and cereals are another hidden landmine. Marketed as healthy, many of them are packed with sugar, preservatives, and phosphorus. You start your day thinking you're doing the right thing, when in fact you're triggering inflammation and pushing up your phosphorus levels. And let's not forget about sodium traps. Pre-packaged sauces, seasoning blends, salad dressings, and frozen healthy meals often contain far more sodium than you realize, sometimes even more than processed junk food. This excess sodium causes fluid retention, raises blood pressure, and makes your kidneys work overtime just to maintain balance. Bottom line, always read the fine print. If it comes in a box or package, scan every ingredient. Even so-called health foods can quietly sabotage your kidneys if you don't know what to look for. Why do these everyday foods quietly damage your kidneys? It comes down to what's inside them and how your kidneys respond. When you're healthy, your kidneys can handle the load. But when they're weakened by age, disease, or even dehydration, every bite matters. Let's start with phosphorus. In natural foods, your body absorbs only a portion of it. But in processed foods, the added phosphates are absorbed almost completely, flooding your bloodstream. Damaged kidneys can't clear this efficiently, leading to calcification, brittle bones, and faster GFR decline. Then there's sodium. High salt intake increases fluid retention, raises blood pressure, and forces your kidneys to work harder to balance electrolytes. This constant strain slowly reduces their filtering power, while pushing creatinine and urea levels higher over time. Oxalates, found in foods like spinach and almonds, bind with calcium in your blood. When kidneys are weak, they can't flush out the resulting compounds, leading to stone formation and inflammation, both of which harm the nephrons. the kidney's tiny filtration units. But the damage doesn't stop at the kidneys. There's a powerful gut-kidney link. Processed foods filled with additives, preservatives, and chemicals damage your gut lining, throw off your microbiome, and lead to higher levels of uremic toxins. These toxins circulate in your blood longer when your kidneys aren't filtering efficiently, creating a vicious cycle of inflammation and worsening kidney function. And that's the root of it all: chronic inflammation. It's the silent destroyer behind every major kidney issue. These harmful foods don't just clog your system, they fuel internal fire, leading to long-term damage you don't see until it's too late. 7 foods. That's all it takes to quietly sabotage your kidney health. Foods that sit in your pantry, show up on your plate, and sneak into your snacks without a second thought. None of them scream danger, but that's what makes them so powerful and so risky. Processed meats, canned soups, dark sodas, spinach, baked goods, snack packs, dairy overload. Each one chips away at your kidney function through sodium, phosphorus, oxalates, additives, or inflammation. But here's the truth. You don't need a complete diet overhaul. You don't need to give up everything you love. You just need to start making smarter choices. One label, one swap, one bite at a time. Because the earlier you act, the more power you have. Your kidneys don't ask for perfection. They ask for awareness, attention, and a little protection. You're not powerless. Every meal is a choice, and every smart choice helps your kidneys keep doing what they're built to do: filter, balance, and heal. So what food on this list shocked you the most? Comment below. Let's talk about it. Hit like if this opened your eyes.